Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC6 News at noon.
Hey there, folks. Thanks for joining us today for ABC6 News at noon. I'm Casey Cantz. We'll begin today with a first check of that weather and a live look outside on this lunch hour. Nice afternoon out there. A little bit of cloud cover out there. Saw some sunshine, though, there not too long ago. Not too cold either. Let's get a first check of that forecast. Meteorologist Nick Morganelli here with us. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Casey, and good afternoon to you. We've got a beautiful day today and tomorrow before the rain comes in. 46 right now. Feels like 41 degrees and a little bit of a wind there. Dew point 28 right now, and temperatures across the region, well, okay, so we have a computer problem here. Let's see what's going on. All right, I guess we're not going to have some graphics. All right, so I can tell you that we got clouds coming in. It happens, you know, it's technology. We have clouds coming in tonight. We might have a sprinkle. Tomorrow it's sun and clouds, temperature getting close to 50 degrees. I'm going to detail that rainfall for you. You'll need the umbrella Thursday afternoon. We'll do that when we come back.
Just keep emphasizing that 50 degrees, 50 degrees. You know, we can get on board with that.
That's right.
All right, Nick, we'll check back in. Thank you. Appreciate it. Checking in on our schools now. Ashley Elementary School in New Bedford closed today because there's no heat. There's no word yet on whether school will resume tomorrow. This comes, though, after Swift Elementary School faced a lengthy closure in the fall because of a boiler issue. At the time, those students were learning at a nearby middle school. Trending now, a lot of upset customers this morning after tech issues slowed down the Steamship Authority's website. This was the first day of booking, too, for the summer trips to Nantucket. As of the Steamship Authority's last tweet, the IT team, they say, is still working on the issue. With that being said, Steamship Authority says the pace is now about 2/3 of what it was last year, so some people are now getting through. RIPTA is reopening a photo ID office in Kennedy Plaza today, the first day that it's back open. The ID office can process reduced fare bus applications. They'll be open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, with a lunch break squeezed in between 12 and 1. The office was closed since 2020 because of COVID-19 precautions. Applications can also be processed online. Well, it's a big night at the State House tonight. In just a few hours, Governor Dan McKee will be in House chambers to address the Ocean State. It'll be his 2023 State of the State address. Let's check in live now with Yanni Trigelis. He's outside the State House today with a look into what the governor may address tonight. Yanni, good afternoon.
Hey, Casey. Well, at this State of the State address tonight, Governor McKee going to be setting out his goals for the coming year in Rhode Island. And what we're expected to hear from is probably what we've been hearing over the last year along the campaign trail and had his inauguration earlier this month. That's talking about building momentum, as he has said so often, from the Ocean State's COVID vaccine numbers to the state's economic recovery, as well as building the offshore economy in Rhode Island. The governor has also talked often about boosting small business and education, but he has received heavy criticism throughout his time in office after poor RICAS scores were released in November. And also another important note of what the governor may talk about tonight, the housing problems across the state as homeless numbers continue to grow. And most recently, Housing Secretary Josh Saul announcing his resignation as many homeless encampments continue to pop up throughout the state. Another important thing to note tonight, later on this month, the governor will be sending his full year 2024 budget proposal to the chamber. Will be good to look out for if he offers any insight into what that proposal may include for the fiscal year set to start on July 1st. We'll have much more coverage coming up throughout the day and after the State of the State address tonight. Be sure to stick with ABC6 throughout the day. For now, reporting live in Providence, Yanni Trigelis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. We're going to check some national headlines now. An NYPD police officer shot in the arm in the Bronx early this morning while patrolling an area known to police for gang activity. Two uniformed officers were patrolling in an unmarked car when they saw two men on the corner of an intersection. Police say one suspect fired 6 shots at the vehicle, striking the officer in the passenger seat. A 16-year-old found with a gun has been arrested. And now to Fort Pierce, Florida, where police say 8 people were shot at an MLK celebration overnight. Rena Roy has that story.
The search is on for the shooter or shooters that caused this mayhem at an MLK Day celebration in Fort Pierce, Florida. Bystander video capturing the moment shots were fired. Police now investigating.
First 2 shots were bang bang, but then it started getting multiple shots. I have witnessed 2 people got shot.
Police say 8 people in total were shot, 1 in critical condition. The violence unfolding during an MLK Day car show and family fun event.
As the shots rang out, people were just running in all directions. There was mass chaos there. There were people laying behind cars, laying behind anything they could lay behind. It was kind of hard to tell who was a victim and who was just hiding at that point.
Officials say there was some kind of disagreement that led to the gunfire. A child injured in the chaos.
It's really unfortunate, and it's sad that during a celebration of someone who represented peace and equality, a disagreement results in a use of guns and violence.
Based on evidence at the scene, police say there appears to be more than one shooter. They're following up on some leads as the search continues. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
We have more ABC6 News at noon still to come, including what prosecutors say the Idaho murder suspect's social posts as a teenager reveal about his mental and emotional state. And later, warming up for now, but when you might need the umbrella later this week. We'll have Nick's full forecast just ahead. Back with an ABC6 News follow-up and chilling new details about the Idaho murder suspect. ABC's Mola Lengi has those details.
This morning, newly uncovered social media posts painting a clearer picture of who Bryan Kohberger was as a teen, years before he was charged with killing 4 University of Idaho college students. The New York Times first reporting on posts believed to be written by Kohberger between 2009 and 2012, where he shared struggles with mental health and thoughts of suicide. Kohberger writing in 2011, "As I hug my family, I look into their faces, I see nothing. It is like I'm looking at a video game, but less." Kohberger also writing he experienced depression, a constant thought of suicide, crazy thoughts, and delusions of grandeur, saying, "I feel no emotion, and along with the depersonalization, I can say and do whatever I want with little remorse."
Bryan Kohberger was someone who was struggling a lot in his teenage years about what was going on in his mind and trying to figure it out and how to resolve it.
Kohberger commiserating with other users about a neurological condition he says he suffered from called visual snow, where where a person sees dots across their line of sight, similar to static on a television, posting in 2010, "My mind is never not on visual snow. This whole thing has made me crazy. I feel like my life is pointless because people can think about times with parents, childhood memories, and be happy, and I won't be able to."
He's talking on one hand about the visual symptoms that he's dealing with, but at the same time, there really is a sense of desperation.
In 2012, in his account's final post on the forum, Koberger writing he finally accepted his condition, saying, quote, "It doesn't scare me anymore." Koberger graduating from high school and college, becoming a PhD student in criminal justice at Washington State University before he was taken into custody December 30th after a raid at his parents' home in Pennsylvania. Police claiming DNA found in the trash there tied him to the scene of the gruesome Idaho murders. Overnight, his former attorney in Pennsylvania, Jason Labar, telling ABC News he is still in touch with Koberger's family and says his mother is still supportive of her son.
She would first and foremost put out her heartfelt sympathies for the four families. She prays for them every day and can't imagine the situation that they're in. But on the flip side of that, she's obviously supportive and she wants to see how the case unfolds for her son, really pressing the presumption of innocence to anyone that will listen.
Koberger has not entered a plea. He is currently being held without bail and is due back in court in June. Mola Lengi, ABC News, Denver.
And so to come on ABC6 News at noon, we're going to check back in with Nick Morganelli. He's got a full check of today's forecast and the 7-day. That's all just ahead. Stay close.
Pick of the Litter on ABC6 is brought to you by Pet Supplies Plus.
It is Tuesday, which means it's time for Pick of the Litter. Have Megan and Annie from the RISPCA, and I've never interviewed ferrets before, or I've never interviewed you talking about ferrets. They are adorable. This is Slink and Leia.
Slink and Leia, they are 10-month-old. We think, probably sisters. They're a bonded pair that came in together. So whenever we have a pair of animals that we really believe would thrive and need to stay with each other for the rest of their lives, we will keep them together. So they are looking for a home together. And again, they're about 10 months old, so they're still kind of babies here. So Leia does have something called Cushing's disease. It's an adrenal disease that will need to be managed in her new home. Easily managed just with an implant that goes in yearly, and that'll help her stay healthy. It kind of regulates her hormones. But they both have a great quality of life right now. Slink, very healthy, just needs to be with her sister.
Yeah.
And ferrets make really great pets, so they're really funny, comical to watch.
They are,
They
yeah.
like playing. You know,
Getting into stuff.
yeah, they like getting into stuff. Definitely like little tubes and burrowing and getting all
Ball
snuggly.
pits.
Yep, ball pits. So like we have like some baby toys and stuff that we give them, and they love it. They're really fun pets.
They are. Just an observation, the nails, they don't seem that, they're not that sharp. So like if they would like climb on you like they are Annie right now, they're not, they don't seem like they're gonna hurt or anything.
They do require trimming.
They do require trimming? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, and again, you know, with any other type of pet, you know, we obviously encourage you to do your research and see kind of what it entails to own a different type of pet if you've never owned ferrets before.
I think they're adorable.
But they are, and they're really fun, and it's fun to definitely have more than one. I think ferret people will attest to. You know, you can't probably have just one ferret.
Yeah.
You know, and they really do like to kind of get into mischief with each other.
Can I ask a silly question?
Sure.
I've seen videos. Can you let them run around in the house? Or
you definitely can, but you would want to, like, you would baby proof
Put a chip
or
on
kid
'em or-
proof or like, you know, ferret proof,
Ferret-proof,
you know,
okay.
so they don't like chew any wires or anything. But during like our morning clean and everything, we'll kind of have them loose and they're under cages and they're getting in stuff and running across your feet. You can definitely have them kind of out and about in your home as long as you take precautions that they don't get into stuff.
All right, Megan. So if somebody is watching and they see these two, how would they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so you can come visit them anytime.
Yeah.
So we're open today 10 to 4 and for the rest of the week through Saturday at 186 Amaral Street in Riverside. So you can pop in and you can visit them, ask any questions. You can go on our website. You can read more about them. It's rispca.com. Submit an app or get in touch with our small animal manager. Any of those things, but you can find us that way.
Look how good they're being.
Yeah.
Slink,
I
Leia,
like it.
I hope you guys get a home soon. Thank you for coming on. They are so chill. This is great. Annie, Megan, thank you very much. Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
More ABC6 News at noon after this. Welcome back. What a story this is. Police in New Mexico have made an arrest against a former Republican state legislature candidate. They say he orchestrated drive-by shootings at Democratic lawmakers' homes. Jay O'Brien has this crazy story today.
This morning, a failed Republican candidate in New Mexico now under arrest and accused of directing a series of drive-by shootings targeting the homes of Democratic lawmakers. Albuquerque police describe Solomon Pena as the mastermind behind the attacks, targeting 4 different Democratic officials. Pena accused of hiring 4 other men to help carry out the shootings, allegedly paying someone in cash for at least 2. But in one case, police accuse Pena of joining the attackers at the home of State Senator Linda Lopez, who says a bullet passed through her 10-year-old daughter's bedroom.
On the last shooting, we now have evidence, too, that Pena himself went on this shooting and actually pulled the trigger on at least one of the firearms that was used.
Officials say Pena was angry over his defeat in a state legislature race in November. Pena lost in a landslide a day after tweeting, "I dissent. I am the MAGA king."
At the end of the day, this was about a right-wing radical, an election denier who was arrested today, and someone who did the worst imaginable thing you can do when you have a political disagreement, which is turn that to violence. That should never be the case. Differences of fundamentals in democracy are going to happen.
No one was injured in this series of shootings, but Homeland Security officials continue to warn against the rise in political violence in this country, including threats against election workers and even that attack on former Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Back to wrap up ABC6 at News at Noon after this. Stay with us. Little did you know, I've always wanted to do this. Please welcome my guest at this time. Obviously, live television, you never know what's going to happen. So, had some issues with the graphics, Nick. We still got to get that forecast, though. It's actually kind of nice out there today.
Yeah, there's some data issues with the weather graphics system right now. So that it's okay. Right, you know, it's all good. We can talk weather. We've got a beautiful day today. We've got the clouds coming in this afternoon. We're going to top off close to 50 today. And then tonight, clouds are around, so that gives us a little bit of a blanket. When clouds come in, they actually keep you a little bit warmer at night. So 35 tonight, which is good. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, and we'll have a temperature of close to 50 again tomorrow. And we talked about this mild weather, how great it's been. It's January 17th.
I know.
You know, so tomorrow night we'll get we'll have some clouds coming in, and then Thursday the clouds thicken up and we get rain in the afternoon. So the rain comes in Thursday between 3 and 6 o'clock. And then that rain becomes steady overnight, moderate at times. Not a huge wind event this time with this rain, and not a torrential rain, but it will accumulate to about an inch by Friday morning. And it could end as a little bit of mixed precipitation Friday morning before we have a dry weekend.
What was this projection you were looking at next week, and then you've kind of come back on it, saying it might not be an Arctic event next week.
So, it looked like there might be some Arctic air coming in for the last week in January, and now it's pushing it more towards the beginning of February. So I look at these trends, if it's pushing it farther out, then, it may pull it back again, but maybe the last weekend of the month, maybe as we turn the calendar to February, we get some cold and snow in here. And I know you folks at home are loving this weather.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us are liking this.
But isn't that crazy? So we're talking about we get into February maybe at that point.
Yeah.
And at that point, I mean, March is spring, technically, as you get into March. So if you're thinking positively about the weather, and we're not having any kind of Arctic event.
So here's the thing, too. Our ground isn't frozen yet, okay? And when you get a snow cover, it melts not only from the sun that's getting stronger now, or a temperature that's above 32, you melt it from the bottom, too. So when it snows in March, that happens really quickly. We had an April Fool's blizzard back in, 1999, okay? And there were 30 inches of snow in this area, and it melted in just a couple of days because it was melting from below and above, and the sun was really strong, April sun. So we're almost in the home stretch here.
I know, we are.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that.
Well, get the ABC6 app, weather updates there.
Yes.
Check us out at abc6.com. We're going to continue to work on the issue and have it fixed for the 4 o'clock.
Yeah, all the graphics are there online as well.
Yeah, this was fun. We should do this more often.
Yeah, I've got a story on El Nino and La Nina on the website as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of information on our website.
Appreciate it, Nick. Thanks a lot.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you folks for watching as well today. For Nick Morganelli, I'm Casey Cantz. Have a great rest of your Tuesday.